Hello, my beautiful Pisces. Welcome to my channel. My name is Iris, and I am here to do your August 2019 spiritual guidance readings. So I read my cards intuitively, and I have shuffled and meditated on your energy, and I am just about to get started with your reading. So I'm just going to loose shuffle your cards, and then I'll cut the cards, and we'll get started. So I hope you have all been well. I have been doing great. And you got some flyers here. Got the sun, it all matters, the sun, which is awesome. And then the 9 of spring. So the sun is about new growth, new things opening up in your life, movement forward towards your hopes and your dreams. And then the 9 of spring is about protecting what you've been working on. All right, so let's get one more loose shuffle, and then we'll cut the deck and we'll be ready to go. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we are. So first out is the 4 of winter. And next we have balance. And then we have the king of winter. And we have the ace of winter. What have you been in your mind worrying a lot? Awakening. This is like the hanged man. And then the 10 of autumn. Then we have the chariot, the princess of summer, and the 10 of summer. So Pisces, this is really interesting because what I'm seeing in your reading here is that you have been doing a lot of stuff that has to do with the mind, a lot of worrying about something, but not necessarily worry. I don't necessarily see worry here, but I do see a lot of stuff that requires a lot of mind stuff, whether it is heavy thinking, you're doing a lot of new learning, a lot of new growth, but you have been, I'm getting the sense that you've been doing a lot of intense work that requires the use of your mind. And I think you went through a period maybe where you just really had to pull back and just relax a little bit and just reclaim some balance in your life, because like I said, you've been using your mind a lot to learn, or you have been learning from somebody. So the king of winter he's like your wise old man who doesn't have a lot of emotion but has a lot of wisdom. Now that could be you, or it could be somebody that you have been working with professionally, or personally to work through some challenges. It can also indicate an emotional relationship as well, where there's not a lot of exchange of emotion. But so far, the energy coming in here, that's not actually what I'm sensing here at all. But what I am sensing is, like, because you have the wise owl there as well, and him being a wise man he kind of reminds me of Gandalf the Great. from Lord of the Rings, right? This just very wise and very knowledgeable, but doesn't show a lot of emotion. That's who this King of Winter reminds me of. So either you have been seeking some type of professional counsel for yourself or on a situation. You've had to like retreat a little bit and give your mind kind of a break from whatever has been going on, because sometimes when you do so much of this mind thinking, whatever you have been doing there, it can throw you a bit off balance and it can become really exhausting. And it is good for us to retreat and just have a nap when we need to, shut down when we need to, right? Because sometimes we want to move so quickly, and part of the balance is to recognize that, there's no race to the finish line. We don't have to rush. We can just go with the flow and just ride things out. Okay, so I think that this has been going on for you already. So the Ace of Winter here, this Ace of Winter is new beginnings. And again, it's still very much in that same energy of being in the headspace. But this card speaks of being deterred or waylaid, so to speak, by challenges and obstacles. But the encouragement is to not be, because for a couple reasons. Because first of all, you have the strength. Where's my wildcat there? Right there. Okay, this is a strong and powerful cat that is within you already. So you have the strength to overcome hurdles and challenges along the way. Plus, you're being guided by the star as well. So what is hidden from you, and there's no moon card here at all, but you are being guided and you have the strength to overcome the challenges and obstacles that you're being faced with. And because this energy seems to be a little bit heavy here, you have the strength and you have the guidance and support around you to just keep going through it, go through those motions, deal with what you have to deal with, and it's going to work out okay, whatever it is. And right at the heart of your reading is the Awakening card, and this is like the Hanged Man. It also represents balance to me right there because of the yin and the yang, but really specifically, what I love about this card is that it allows you to see things from a different perspective. So whatever it is that is going on here that is really causing you to really be, give yourself some space and reclaim some balance. And obviously there's a challenge here as you walk this new beginning. Try and see things from a different perspective, because if we're only ever looking at something one way, we become so rigid and not being able to see the other possibilities and opportunities that are all around us, that are also too helping us to find that balance in what it is that we want to create or what is going on. And of course, when you hang upside down, what are you doing? You're just being still, right? You're just being in the moment and just standing back and observing, more so than being in that action mode. And there's really no action. There's a little bit of movement forward, but there's no real action in your reading. You do have a couple of significant life event cards with the balance and with the Awakening. But this is definitely a time of transformation for you. I think whatever it is that's going on for you is affecting your finances, right? It's kind of making you go, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing now? You know, I've got, what am I going to do for my retirement? How am I going to support my family? What is, you know, what's next? What's next for me? And that's what I see in this 10 of Autumn card here. The good news, not that this is bad news. I think that what has been going on here for you is a life situation. And I'm being called to tell you to keep your own faith, keep the faith, and trust that this too shall pass. I'm hearing this too shall pass, and you'll have what you need, and everything will work out the way it's supposed to work out. Because at the bottom for your guidance is the Chariot. And those beautiful little dragonflies are there to move you forward, right? This is about self-discipline and keeping your eyes focused on what it is, where it is that you're going, what it is that you want to achieve, and then celebrating what you've accomplished. And sometimes accomplishments, you know, aren't great, big, huge things. Sometimes they're the small accomplishments, and you add up those small accomplishments and they turn into something really big. So there is forward movement in your card. And, you know, these last two cards here, the Princess of Summer and the Ten of Summer, in as much as they talk about, you know, summertime fun, you know, when you look at those two cards together, don't they just speak of peace, warmth, love? So for some of you, it could be a new relationship. But even if it's not a new relationship, it definitely speaks of a new emotional experience that is coming in for you this summer. It's about kids, it's about balance, it's about unity, it's about celebration, connections, having that level of an emotional experience. And I think that it is going to be very much needed after the challenges that you've had to going through. I think for some of you there have been a lot of challenges that you're going through, and a little bit of worry about, you know, what's going on, what's happening with my money, because this situation might have an impact on you financially. But again, you know, I think because the Awakening card again is right in the middle of your reading, I feel strongly that, you know, if you just stop and take a step back and look at things from a different perspective, whatever the situation is, sometimes putting yourself in somebody else's shoes and trying to see things from their perspective is really helpful. I mean, you might not like it, but it can be helpful. Because when you do that, it really helps us to see ourselves in a different way as well. I mean, we don't like it. Like if we have to have empathy or compassion for somebody else and see a situation from a different perspective, it actually shines a light back on us and how we are perceiving the situation. And we spend less time trying to fight our need to be right. And it helps us to lower our barriers. But, you know, that's looking at the shadow side of us, and not everybody wants to look at the shadow side of ourselves. So as I was shuffling for the wisdom of the oracle guidance, I got time to go, but I got time to go in reverse, which is telling me that there's a change for you in the wind. And I also, what else came out was the clean it up, but it also came out in reverse. So reversal cards, they're not bad. They're just giving us a look at what we don't want what we don't want to look at. So when you get the time to go card, it's just basically saying, there's something in your life and in your environment that it's time to let it go. It could be a person, it could be a place. Maybe you need to move to a new place. It could be anything. It could be as something as simple of, I need to let go of that vehicle. Something like that, right? It's time to go, right? But with it being in reverse, it just is saying that there's resistance to it. And the more resistance we bump up against in ourselves, the more pain we cause in ourselves. And we know that to be true. And the same with clean it up, right? Like sometimes we just have to let things be whatever they're going to be, and then let it go, and then do the cleanup, right? That would be okay. Let's clean it up. But here again, it's just about the resistance to letting go and cleaning up what needs to be cleaned up, because as soon as you do this, everything realigns and everything reshuffles, and then a new path opens up for you. Now let's see what Earth Magic has to contribute to this story. I'll just cut thick. All right. And out for you, the ocean. Oh, how appropriate. The ocean is just the ebb and flow. And just like the ocean, the tide goes out, the tide comes in. And when it comes in, it washes out to sea anything that is ready and available and willing to be taken back out into the sea. And so it is with your life too. Sometimes you just have to allow yourself to roll with the ebb and flow of your own ocean, of its natural cycles and its natural rhythms, just like the seasons, the 4 seasons. It everything has a time, everything has a place, and we get so much attachment to certain things, and that we don't let them go. And when we don't let them go, it just causes us a tremendous amount of pain. Why do we do that? Yeah, okay. And then perspective, the Milky Way. And we already had that with the awakening card, right? It's just trying to see things from a different perspective. So Pisces, there's goodness coming in for you with these, but I think what will expedite this for you is to look at things from a different perspective and allow things to wash away, leave behind let go of anything that needs to be let go of, clean up the dust or the dirt or the mountain of what that needs to be cleaned up, and just allow things just to kind of flow and let the ocean wash away what needs to be washed away, because there is forward movement and new love and new life and ease and flow that's coming in for you, and for some of you even a new relationship. So that is brilliant. So Pisces, that's what I have for you today. I hope that you have resonated with this reading. If you have, I would love for you to leave a comment below. I love to hear what's going on in your life and how I can support you. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching. Your time is important, and I am so grateful that you spent your time with me. And until we see each other again, I will send you, I am sending you a ton of love and light and healing. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me or book in to have an energy healing session, because I am a light worker as well, I will leave all of the details and information below this video. Have a great month, Pisces. Bye.